Hello. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me loud and clear. I have to keep reminding myself to look at this camera, but I also will be looking down because I do have some notes for today. But welcome. Come on in. Join me. I'm glad y'all are here. For y'all who don't know who I am, my name is Taylor and I am the founder of Reparative Minds. Hey, Shaniqua. Where I cultivate courageous conversations with teens like yourself about mental wealth. I offer youth workshops and retreats. So think of the retreats like summer camp. I also offer speaking engagements. So you may see me at your high school in the fall. Be on the lookout for that. Today, we are going to be talking about mental wealth and the benefits of expressing yourself through courageous conversations. If you are overwhelmed with negative and anxious thoughts and you want to talk about mental health, but you're uncomfortable and you really don't know how, this channel is just for you. So stick around. Do not go nowhere. Do not start scrolling. Stay here. Before we dive in, though, I do want to share with you guys of who I am. You probably been seeing me posting. It's like, who is this girl? So I am a daughter of God. I love to travel. I love trying new recipes, being in the kitchen. Um, by now, if you haven't noticed, I can be very animated at times as well. I really just love to have fun. I love to laugh and having a space to be creative, to be who I am. I'm very intentional and I'm big on do not waste my time. If you know, you know, because you're probably someone too who does not like your time wasted. So let me know in the comments who you are, who's joining with me today. Let me know if you're a teen, if you're a parent or educator, and one fact about yourself. Really, most of my content will be for the teens, but here and there, I'll be sprinkling in some stuff, speaking directly to you parents and educators as well. So I let some chats, some comments come in. But more about me, I do what I do because I really just love mental health. I really love how the mind works. I'm currently a suicide prevention specialist at a nonprofit here in Connecticut, so my 9 to 5. And I'm passionate about shining light on a topic that most people aren't comfortable speaking about. And what better way to do that is by being in spaces like today on social media and putting it on your radar. It is okay to speak about mental health, and this is a safe space to do so. I will be basically be your mental wealth mentor. Okay, I'm checking the chat. We have a parent. Welcome, welcome. So before I dive in and share with you all what mental wealth means, I want to ask you, for those who joining me today, what does mental wealth mean to you? Now, there is no wrong answer. It's your own interpretation and what really resonates with you. And while you guys are thinking of, your answers or just really reflecting on it, you don't have to answer right now. Um, I tabled at a high school in May for Mental Health Awareness Month, and I asked the teens, "What does mental wealth mean to you?" And I got a lot of responses, very insightful, all unique answers, but similar in their own different way, if that even makes sense. At a later time, I'll probably share with you all through a short, what those responses look like. So teens like yourself can really see what other teens think about it as well. So now let's dive in. Mental wealth is really having that rich mindset. So not in quantity, but in quality. So I'm going to repeat that again. Mental wealth is about having a rich mindset, not in quantity, but in quality. So really taking inventory of what's impacting the quality of your mind and repairing that soil for good seeds to be planted. So, in other words, repairing your mind for good thoughts to be planted. And that looks like recognizing those negative thoughts, challenging them, replacing those negative thoughts with positive thoughts, and then replacing or practicing, I should say, positive self talk. And practicing positive self talk will be that watering process, watering those good seeds. And you could think of it as watering those good thoughts, those positive thoughts. And adopting a wealthy mindset also means really creating an environment of peace within yourself, even when there is chaos going on around you. Basically, being mentally strong and bouncing back when issues come up. I'm going to be honest. Having a mental state that is strong, being mentally strong, can be challenging at times because you may want to respond in a way that you're used to. You may also want to give up if that task or whatever it is in your life is challenging. But sometimes that may not be the best response. So I share strategies and tools to really empower you when something challenging in your life is going on, whether it's new and it's uncomfortable for you, to show you that there is hope on the other side of that challenging thing in your life right now. And along the way, and if you stick around with me long enough, these tools will really make up your mental wealth toolbox. And at any point during the live, or if you're tuning in, you come in to watch the replay, any questions that come up, please write them in the chat or in the comments. I will look at them if I can, respond to them as well, and possibly make a short about it. But whatever questions you have that come up, please write them in the chat. So, not seeing none right now. So, now that we have a better understanding of mental wealth, let's talk about the journey to achieve mental wealth. I think everything has a journey. You go into the store, that's a journey. You taking the school bus to school, that's also a journey. You traveling with your family and your friends, that's also a journey. You achieving that major accomplishment in your life, or even experiencing a challenge, that is a journey. And it requires a process. I mean, I am journeying right now through this live. I have never been on no live. I've never been on YouTube, but I'm here doing it. Yes, I do speaking engagements. I facilitate trainings for people in the community. But this is something different. It is new for me. And it's requiring me to step out of my comfort zone. And life at times requires all of us to step out of our comfort zones and be comfortable with the uncomfortable. So, having a conversation about mental wealth will require just that. And courage is definitely necessary to step out of your comfort zone. Now, when you have a courageous conversation, let's say with your mom or a friend, there are many benefits to that. When you speak out about what's hurting you or something you're even struggling with, you receive so much freedom. Like there's literally a weight being lifted off of your shoulders. You feel lighter. You also receive mental clarity, peace, confidence, and most of all, support, either from that person that you're having that conversation with. And then you're also giving them the opportunity to experience that new thing with you, to step into boldness with you as well. Now, on the other hand, there are some consequences of not expressing yourself, holding in all those emotions, and not having courageous conversations. You feel isolated, as if you can't even connect to the people around you, to your family, your friends, and you even start to internalize those thoughts, which lead to unhealthy communication and even unhealthy coping strategies like negative self talk that lead to new problems and that solve nothing. So let's think about it. What is something that stops you from having these courageous conversations? What's your fear? Is it no support from a trusted adult? Is it not having the language to express yourself, to express your emotions? Or is it even beliefs from your childhood? So I want you all to pause right now and write those questions down. You may have to come back to the replay and write them down. But let these questions be a way for you to reflect this week. And to take it a step further, if you've been tuning in, you know my favorite journal. Write these questions down and write down what comes up for you. Life requires all of us to really just slow down and reflect. Take it in. There was a time in my life I did not have the words to express myself. I didn't have the language to express what was going on internally. I thought I was. I really thought I was. But it came out in anger and aggression. And that was not healthy. It wasn't healthy for me or even the people around me. So you may be observing how your parent, how your mom or dad um describes themselves or even responds to challenges, and they know what they know. They probably don't have the language either. So parents, I want to talk to you specifically right now and hear me. I know your mom or your dad did not have courageous conversations with you about mental health. So I encourage you to close the loop and break the cycle with your children. Right now in their lives, being teens, they need you more than ever. You have to remember that we are the village. So my teens, if you have a problem, let's solve it. You experiencing a challenge, let's work through it together. That's honestly what I'm here for. I'm here on YouTube to empower you, to step into boldness, to address what society is too afraid to address, and to take charge of your mental well-being. So I want to check in. I want to ask if anyone has any questions in the chat, those that are joining me right now. I want you all to, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and let's adopt a wealthy mindset together. Like, share this video, share it with your mom, share it with your father, share it with an auntie, an uncle. I don't care who you share it with. Spread the wealth, okay? I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. Same name as here on YouTube. I am Taylor Gainey. Shaniqua says rich. Yes, this is rich. Okay. Remember, quality over quantity. That is what we're all about at Reparative Minds. So I want you all to keep Reparative Minds in your back pocket as well. I'm big on synonyms. If you keep tuning in with me, you're gonna see what that means. Okay. You're really gonna learn what that means when I say I am big on synonyms. But before we go, I want you all to always remember that you have a healed mind, you have a renewed mind, you have a restored mind, you have a rich mind, and you have a prosperous mind. And until next time, I'm a CI. Peace.